one thing I did want to talk about, that I know you had in the notes, and we're kind of floating around it, still talking about Marvel. Backtracking just a little bit, RiRi Williams.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Yeah, RiRi. Hey, well, you got it right there. So let's run it. Let's run it.
This is huge.
This
is huge.
This might get me to watch the movie sooner than I wanted to, actually.
Oh man.
The Chadwick thing is like, it's too near to me, bro. It's too near. And like, you know, I don't know much about like I've stayed away from news about the movie because of how I felt. So I don't know if Michael B. Jordan's coming back or not. I don't know if that's been confirmed.
Right.
You know, so it's a tough thing for me to touch, because then also like D squared. See what I did there? My favorite character in Marvel is Doctor Doom. So
that's a good that's a good get. That's a good one to choose as like your favorite villain. I mean, super intellect. He has a suit, and he is not afraid of magic. He could have been the Sorcerer Supreme. I mean,
he's strange and Reed Richards at the same time.
Same damn time.
The same damn time, and got a bone to pick with somebody. Like,
yo,
I'm in. I'm in.
On his shoulder. Like,
right. He's done things
by. He wasn't part of the Illuminati, like when they put the whole Illuminati together. But it's like, well, I do get it, because Reed would have been like, I don't want that fucker there, you know. So I get it.
But so I did read this about RiRi. We talked about it earlier. For those that don't know, RiRi Williams is a teen black young girl genius that showed up in Iron Man back in 2016, I believe.
Yes.
Am I correct?
That's
right.
Correct.
Okay. And she got accepted to MIT at 15 years old. This is her story. And she essentially built her own Iron Man suit with the resources at MIT. Yep. Got on Iron Man's radar. He godfathered her, gave her his blessing. She kissed the ring, and now she's showing up in Black Panther 2. This is a
little bit farther than that, because like in the comic, remember at this time Tony somehow later dies and uploads his consciousness to the whole computer thing. And he becomes her Jarvis, essentially. He becomes her AI in her suit. That was what happened in the comic. So
that's what's up.
That would be a big thing, and that's why a lot of people are happy that she's there, because with that being there, people are all hoping and praying we're gonna get to see Robert Downey Jr. again. Like, that's what a lot of people are thinking of. But it's like, it's different for us because it's representation, it's inclusiveness. It means so much. It's a Black Panther step, you know? And it's great to see, because I know a lot of us were thinking, well, who is going to replace Iron Man, and who's also going to replace Chadwick? It was always a question of those two. And a lot of people were thinking that, okay, well, they'll go ahead and put Shuri in the place of Iron Man because she's a genius, blah, blah, blah. And with that happening, we were like, well, who's really going to take the mantle of the Black Panther? Now, in the comic, there's a moment where T'Challa dies. He becomes king of the dead, right? Necropolis and this whole thing. And while he's down there doing that, Shuri takes the mantle of Black Panther. This happens in the comic. So I always thought that maybe this will be what happens in the film. They'll say, okay, he somehow has passed, or he had to go and become god of the dead because a whole thing with Boss and blah, 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 blah. So while he's there, she's now the Black Panther. And while that's happening, we'll have RiRi now show up and go ahead and be our new Iron Man, be our new Tony Stark. So this way, it's Black women just running everything. So I was like, that would be dope. So
you're rooting for Shuri to take the mantle.
I'm rooting for Shuri to take the mantle, but there's a lot of speculation. I will say speculation and rumor. Not
movie dance,
not
movie
saying it
dance,
actually. Yes,
movie dance, movie dance.
they moving around, dancing around it. But there's a lot of that happening that people are saying. Now with the whole multiverse, blah blah blah, they may go ahead and bring what's his name back,
Tony
Killmonger.
Oh, Killmonger,
and have him be the
guy.
Golden Panther essentially. And I'm like, well, I mean, alternate dimension or alternate, whatever, Killmonger, I could see the Dora Milaje and everything accepting that. But if they brought him back from the dead, and then he's like, yeah, and I'm good now, I don't think they'd just be like, oh, sure, that's fine. No, I mean, no, we just had a whole fucking war because of your dumbass. So I doubt they're just going to be okay with him coming back as him. So I think the only way he'll be able to take on the mantle is if it's from an alternate dimension. Or, how we have all the splitter realities now.
And just so we're clear, this is something you don't have any information on. This is all hyperbole.
I don't have any information on that. This is all speculation. Complete speculation. Shout out Kevin Feige. Complete speculation.
This report is Blackwood. Just so we're clear. This is a Blackwood report.
Be as Blackwood as possible by knowing that this is just speculation.
Right. Let's keep it pushing.